He is the reigning defending UFC bantamweight champion. He is also a proud new father himself. Let us say hello to TJ Dillashaw, who is standing by. TJ, are you there?
Yes, I am. How's it going, man?
Doing great. Thank you very much for the time, and I appreciate your patience. By the way, congratulations to you and your wife. What is fatherhood like?
Oh, it's awesome, man. There's nothing better. It's busy, though. I mean, you don't get much sleep at first, and it's a ton of work, but it's the greatest feeling ever.
Do you feel different? Do you feel like a different person now that you're an actual dad, that you can actually hold your child? Does it feel like something has changed?
No, I wouldn't say different person. Just really happy inside. You know, it's something that me and my wife have been wanting now for the last couple of years, and for it just to happen, to see it all kind of unfold has just been amazing, you know?
Okay. Well, I wish you guys the best. It is the greatest thing in the world. So I'm very happy to hear that everything is going well. You were in the news not that long ago. The UFC was in need of a main event for UFC 222, and they call upon you. And they don't ask you to fight Demetrious Johnson. They asked you to fight Cody Garbrandt, who you just beat back in November. Could you tell us how that all went down? Did you get the call? What was the pitch? How did it all unfold?
Yeah, I got a call. I think it was like a day more than 4 weeks out. Just called, and they didn't tell me exactly why they wanted me on the card, but they were saying it. I kind of put two and two together, and then eventually came out Max Holloway got hurt. But yeah, man, it was just kind of wanted me to save the card, and unfortunately I wasn't able to. You know, I'm dealing with some injuries that I was trying to keep quiet, but you know, they kept hammering on me to take this fight, but just wasn't healthy. You know, not only to take a fight on 4 weeks' notice, but also being injured and having been training, and then having the kid put a wrench in that whole thing too. You know, so I hadn't been in the gym and dealing with some injuries that I've been, like I said, trying to keep quiet.
Did you even consider it, or was it a no-brainer considering all the things you just mentioned, the injury and becoming a dad? Was it just like an immediate no?
Yeah, it was a no-brainer, man. I mean, they kept trying to ask me to do it, but yeah, it was a no-brainer. I just knew it wasn't the time, you know.
How did they take it when you said no?
They like, I don't know, what they answer, like, I don't know, they just kept asking me. Not really sure how they took it, because they continued to keep asking me, like I was like not fighting for whatever reason. I'm not sure. They thought it was like maybe I'm holding back for more money or whatever it was, but it was just coming down to not being healthy.
Did they even try to?
Obviously, I was boisterous about like Cody not deserving the shot whatsoever. You know, that's another thing. You know, you're not gonna let this guy talk his way into a short notice fight. Let alone me being. I mean, most importantly, it came down to me being injured, but
right,
as well as the guy doesn't deserve it.
Did they try to sweeten the pot at all by offering you more to take the fight?
Not really.
No.
You know, I mean, obviously, I was injured to where I wasn't going to take it, but everyone's got a breaking point of what it takes to get you to do it non-healthy and non-trained. But no, I didn't reach anything like that.
Okay. And were you at all surprised? Maybe not so much about the short notice, but it seemed like everyone in the UFC was on board with the idea of having you fight TJ Dillashaw. And now here's this idea to fight Cody Garbrandt again. Were you surprised by the offer? Not TJ Dillashaw, excuse me. Demetrious Johnson, my bad. Demetrious Johnson, my fault.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised by it, big time. You know, this is the guy I put in the past. You know, the guy that I went and knocked out in a title fight. Thinking he's working his way back. But yeah, I mean, there's still talk of me and Demetrious Johnson. Is something to save the show.
Okay, so is now that it's not happening in March, is the Cody idea off the table and we're back to Demetrious?
Yeah, I mean that's my goal. I haven't really heard much in the sense of that. They're just telling me to get healthy. So obviously I've been doing some physical therapy and working on getting healthy and staying ready. And continuing to watch my body comp. You know, staying low if this thing really happens. I mean, they know I want it. Demetrious wants it. You know, talking about how he wants it on a big card. It's perfectly a big card for it now coming up in July. You know, they got Stipe and Cormier, so all the stars seem to be aligning. It's just all about getting it done now.
How far? Like, because I know DJ said recently, like the negotiations had just started. From your perspective, how far along are the talks of this fight happening?
It's on my end of it, it's just kind of waiting till they finish up their deal, I guess. I'm just kind of staying focused and being a dad. I mean, obviously they know that's the fight I want. I've heard that they're interested in it. I think they're dealing with Demetrius and his management, so we'll see what happens from all that.
So from your perspective, there's no negotiations to be had. It's just like, okay, the fight is happening and you're in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Part, yeah.
That's music to the UFC's ears. If you don't mind me asking, like, do you feel if the fight is in July, we're still, 5 months away, a little less than 5 months. How do you feel about the cut? Like how much do you weigh, and how daunting of a task do you think this will be? Because at 135, you're completely shredded. How do you feel about that cut?
Oh, I feel good about it. The reason why I'm so shredded at 35 is because I'm a professional athlete. I do everything the correct ways. I put weight on to lose it, so I'll do the exact same thing, or I will just train my body differently, I'm already doing that, so not going too crazy because nothing's official, and I don't want to get myself too low and have to worry about coming back up. But, I'm normally waking up at 154 pounds in the morning when I'm fighting 135s, but as of now, I'm waking up at 147. I'm lean and in shape, just dealing with, like I said, like some injuries. But other than that, I feel great about it. It's something that I was able to, when I was told the first time I was going to be fighting Demetrius, like I said, I was waking up at 140 pounds. That's only a little cut for me. So I'm feeling real great about it. I'm a small 35er as is. And so, I don't cut much weight to make 35s. I've been put the weight on to cut it. So it's something I'm excited to do. Excited to see transformation. What it really comes down to is that I believe I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And to do that, you need to beat the best. And I can make his weight class, which will prove that I'm the best fighter in the world.
I know I'm skipping over a few things here, but have you thought, like, if you get this fight and win this fight, what will you do? Is your plan to just, fight at 125 and 135?
Yeah, man, if I can do it, absolutely. You know what I mean? If they'll let me do it, I'd like to be active. As long as I'm healthy and ready to go. I mean, I want to pop back right away as soon as I win this belt, defend my 35-pound belt, and get right back to work. I mean, I come off and I become the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, double champ. I mean, I got a lot to pay off with that,
Right. Could you tell us what that day was like when this news came out, and then all of a sudden there's all this like hysteria about you and Cody and things like that, and it's almost like there's pressure being put on you to save the day because there's nothing else going on. In the end, they found another fight, Cyborg versus Kunitskaya. But like, what is it like being in the midst of that storm when now the media has gotten hold of it and the fans are online, and you and Cody are going back and forth for like those 2 days starting on that Saturday? Is it just kind of like insane? Like what is it like just being the guy in the midst of all that, saying, no, I don't want any part of this, with pretty damn good reasons, the ones you just mentioned, and yet there's all this pressure, coming at you from different directions?
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, something I already put in my past and something I have to continue to deal with. A guy that'll say or do whatever he can to get himself back into a title shot he doesn't deserve. It's a little frustrating to have that be the case, but ultimately it just came down to holding my guns because what I said was all truth, So, I mean, a little frustrating, but easy to put behind you. Let him continue to talk, be myself, and the more he talks, the dumber he looks, and more people will continue to realize it.
Was there any fear that if you said no to the fight, you'd also be losing the Demetrius Johnson fight?
No, I don't feel that at all. I mean, Demetrius Johnson, this would be a great fight for him as well, myself, as well as the UFC. I think it's a win-win for everyone. So no, I don't see that at all.
Okay. And do you feel like like at this point you're not fighting Cody until he wins a couple more fights? Like, do you feel like there needs to be some distance between you two? You don't want to go through that all over again?
No, it's not even about going about it. It's about this being a legitimate sport and doing it the right way. Tell me one other champion that never defended his belt that got an immediate rematch. He never once ever defended his belt. It wasn't like he was a long-reigning champion or that he got robbed or whatever. There's never ever been another champion that's done it. So why are we making this precedent for Cody to get a rematch when he's never defended his belt and then got knocked out? Like, how does that make sense whatsoever? So really, all you got to do is state the facts. I mean, this is a sport. Get back in line. You know, I mean,
Right.
it took me 2 years to get a title shot on a split decision loss to Dominic Cruz that the UFC told me they thought I won. It took me 2 years to get back to that case. You know, like I worked my way back. I beat 2 number 1 contenders to get there. You know, it's a sport. You gotta push hard, and you gotta get after it. You know, you can't complain, can't be a sore loser, and all that shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff.
So at this juncture, you're UFC champion for what? It's been like 3 months. How does it compare to when you won at UFC 173? Like, does it feel different? Do you feel like you appreciate it more because you did lose the belt afterwards and you had to, wait 2 years to get back? How could you compare the early stages of being a champ for the second time to when you won it the first time a few years back?
Yeah, man. I guess a lot more dramatic and happy the first time I won it. You know, just because it was dream coming true, all this stuff. You know, now it's to the point to where I still believe I was a champion. I was just proving to get it back. Still a great feeling. It'll never top the time I won the belt the first time, but I think I just have more knowledge. More knowledge on the politics of the sport. When I won it the first time and I rematched Barao in 8 weeks after I beat him, and then took a fight on 24 hours notice. I did a lot. And now you kind of realize the hard work that got me here. I'm going to continue to play the games and know what it all means. I just become more of a seasoned vet.
Right. Where is home for you right now, and where do you train out of?
Home is multiple places right now. So I live in Denver, Colorado. Just built a beautiful house out there. But I also live in Orange. I'm in Orange County as of now. Out here setting up our own gym. We have a gym called the Training Lab. It's a private gym down in Southern California for fighters. And I'm in the process of getting that all finished up and setting that up before I jump into my next camp. So just got back down here. Me and the wife drove the RV from Colorado with the dogs and the little one, and drove back out to Southern California to kind of get things situated.
So you will train out of this gym in Southern California?
Yes, I will. So I have a new strength and conditioning coach, Sam Calavita, that's been doing wonders with me. I felt the best I've ever felt my last fight. Just with so much. I mean, anywhere from the diet, from the strength conditioning, from the supplementation, just everything. I've never felt as good as I did for post-weight cut, pre-weight cut, the night of the fight. And that was my first fight under him. It was a very long camp with him, but he's also the guy that's going to be able to get me down to 125 pounds and doing it very confidently and feeling the best I've ever felt doing it. So I'm down here with him. Mark Munoz is helping out, being our wrestling coach. We got Daryl Christian, Felipe de Monica as a jiu-jitsu coach, and then Dwayne, as of last camp, traveled back and forth. So we're going to continue to do that during my fight camp. So.
And are you a part owner of this gym?
Yeah, it's not a gym we're looking to make money off of. It's more of a gym to create a family atmosphere.
Okay.
Kind of create a team thing. It's like I said, it's a private gym. We're not looking to open it up to the public and make a bunch of money off it. We're looking to just set up an awesome training facility for guys that we want to train with and we can get better with and make world champions.
Is it fair to say it's kind of like the boxing model where the training camp, if you will, is catered around you? It's not so much you're a part of a team, but you just get the people around you that you need to get prepared for a fight?
I guess in the early stages it is, but no, we want it to be to where it is a team, to where we're getting everyone ready. That by me getting ready for my title fight, Juan Archuleta is also getting better and getting ready for his fight. Cub Swanson's there. We got a lot of guys down in the area that will continue to grow off, and some up-and-comers that will get better from our camps. No, we want it to be more of a team environment. I guess my last camp was more bringing the guys in that I needed because it was still the new stages of this gym. But once we get situated and everything up and going, we want practices that are happening every day, holding guys accountable for being there. Because when you're not in the gym, you're not getting better. I like to train you around and continue to get better.
So finally, to recap, you are still hopeful that the DJ fight is going to happen. You'd like for it to happen on the same card as the DC versus Stipe fight. Is that accurate? In July 7th to be exact. But as of right now, nothing's done.
No, nothing's official. You know, Demetrius had to get shoulder surgery, so I'm sure they're probably waiting for him to get healthy. I had some injuries that I'm getting healthy from. The card makes sense. You know, they're already having a champ versus champ. I feel like it'd be a sick card to put together, as well as, like I said, Demetrius came out and said that's the fight he wants next. Everyone knows that's the fight I want. So yeah, that's what I'm shooting for. I got a lot of great things. No matter what happens, you know, it's a lot of great things coming.
Awesome. Well, I wish you the best, TJ. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the time. Good luck with everything going on in your life, and of course, good luck getting that fight. I mean, obviously, a great one. If you make that way, what an amazing fight that would be. So, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you. All the best, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, man. Have a good day.
All right, there he is, TJ Dillashaw stopping by. Great stuff from him. As you heard it right there, he is in talks. He doesn't really need to be in talks, which has to be music to the UFC's ears.